Hello and welcome. My name is Reg Costin and I'm the owner and founder of QED Software Solutions. I'd like to take a few minutes of your time today to listen to our video about the QTrades software solution. We specialize in database management solutions for the Union Hall office, and I'd like to talk to you about our benefits of using our software. In this video, you'll be listening to actual users of the system who are reaping the benefits in their daily lives. Briefly, they will tell you some of the features of the software, but more importantly, they will tell you about the benefits they are reaping in using the software. So I hope you enjoy the video and listening to actual users of the QTrades system. Thank you very much.
I've been using this software now for about 2.5 years. I've been fine-tuning it as we're going along, but I think the product is top-notch right now. I think that one of the key things that you notice about this software is the ease of being able to find out what members, what probationary members, what their skill levels are, what their background history, their jobs. We can go back as far as 1993 with this software, and we can tell you what jobs they worked on, what times, how many times they were laid off, how many times they went back to that job or to that company. Okay, the greatest thing about this software is the ease of working with it. You get the home screen for the software, you click on members, then I go like this, and then if I want to look at the members, this brings up our general screen right here. We're just going to highlight this person, and right away over on the right hand side I can see that he's a member. He's an S6, which is a level 6 apprentice, and these are some of his qualifications. As a person becomes laid off, rather than having to go through them phoning in on a tape or a secretary, now we've developed, or Reg has developed a program that all they have to do is phone in, punch in their numbers, their SI numbers, and automatically this goes into the computer and it comes up as on our sign-in list. It eliminates the secretaries doing a lot of the work, and it leaves it up to the membership. So there's no more, well, I already signed in, someone took that, and it's like, no, this is all up to you now. We have a lot of apprentices that go to school, and throughout the school, our apprenticeship, we lend them money, or the school lend them money. Before they become journeymen, they have to have that money paid back, or sometimes we want that money paid back before they go to a certain job. So what we have the ability to do is we can put a color on the screen, whether it's the apprentice coordinator, myself, the business manager, or the dispatcher. If you punch up that name, that person's going to come up on the screen as owing money, or for our general membership, some of our members aren't quite so, how should we put it politically correct, adaptable for the work. So we have certain colors, like I say, we have purple, and the one color you wouldn't want to see your name come up, and it's a color that's fairly obvious as fuchsia. So in our local here, no one wants to be fuchsia. Probably the best thing is for us on this side is the fact that we will all know where this person stands, and whether the fact that we can, like I said, we can tell if he has a welding ticket or if he's got his first aid tickets. This actual program allows us to see what one person has right across, and it covers so much. It covers right from, like I say, the first aid ticket to the wire ticket to his technical training, whether he took the apprenticeship here in BC or he took no apprenticeship program. He just did it by hands-on experience. One of the biggest raves I hear about this, though, is the administration. It makes it so much simpler for the secretaries. Work-wise, it cuts their work down dramatically. So that's probably the biggest thing.
We took a look at several packaged software that was out in the field, and we decided that none of it really suited our purposes. So we decided to design our own, and Reg helped with that. We had a lot of stuff already on the computer, but not in a Windows-based program. So this made it much easier to work with for entry and data entry, finding things. It's far superior to anything we've ever had before. A couple of things that I really like. The first one is we're probably the only local within the International that allows our members to pay their dues through pre-authorized payments. They give me their bank information, they tell me whether they want it out of their account on the 1st or the 15th of the month. I run a report, I send it to the credit union, it goes to their bank, the money comes back to me. It's fast, it's simple, and it's basically hitting a couple of switches. I don't have to go and individually enter all of this data. I just update a batch, and it's lovely. You have to set it up originally, obviously, and that takes time, but once it's set up, it's the simplest thing in the world to do. At year end, we give our guys a listing of every company that they have worked for during the course of the year, what hours have been sent in by the contractor on their behalf, what's been paid in field dues, their market recovery, and their union dues as well. They get that entire listing, they get an income tax receipt. This year, for the first time, I ran the whole thing front to back, and it took me about 2 hours. So if you don't think that's a huge load, we have 2,500 guys that get those receipts, and literally 2 hours, start to finish. You go into the member edit, you pick the guy that you're looking for, and you have access through that member edit to everything he's paid in dues, all of his remittance reports that have been submitted by contractors, where he's been dispatched, when he's signed in, when he went out again, when he came back in. It's all there. There's a complete history going back, as I said, basically to about 1993. There are 3 modules that I can go and look at for every member. First one is the dispatch module, and on there I have all of his sign-in history, all of his dispatch history, his work types, how many calls have been made, and I also have access to his complete history, which is working hours that have come in on his behalf. But at the meantime, it tells me that he is employed and that his last sign-in, or he was dispatched actually to Empire Ironworks, which is a contractor of ours. So that shows what is current. But here I go and it shows me all of his sign-in history, and it ends in 2006, and in Cecil's case it starts in 1992. So I have everything on file for him from August the 14th, 1992, right to today's date. We can manipulate the data, and by manipulate I mean we can pick what we want to know, and we can get a list based on everybody living in Vancouver, everybody living in Hudson Hope, British Columbia, who's out in Alberta, who's in anywhere. You name it, I can find them, and I can find them quickly. If you've got a problem, first off, and you're trying to find a member and you need to know where he's working, I don't want to have to search through 9 million pieces of paper. I pull him up on the screen, I find who he's working for. I then have a contact that I can phone at that company and ask, where is he? Can they get a message to him? Can they get him to phone me? I can find anybody in this local within about 10 minutes. The other feature that I think I like the best is the remittance module. We have always kept track of our own contractors' remittance reports. The health and welfare and pension are now done through our health and welfare plan, but everything else and all the subsidiary funds are done through our QTrades software. It's been further refined, so now people can send me their remittance by email. I can convert it to a CSV file and import it, and bingo, it's there. So that's another thing that has been refined over the years, and now is a huge time saving. One of the things that we also really like within this software is the ability to track changes. I tell the computer what changes need to be tracked with reasons, without reasons, or not tracked at all. I tend to make everybody track changes, but some of them are just simple changes, so we don't ask for a reason. But if you want to change an address, a member's phone number, his apprentice level, those have to be tracked with a reason. When you click on the audit trail, this is what is brought up. And for example, he changed his address. They moved. And they moved on November 13th, 2007. So it tells you that we changed his address. Why we changed it? Because Cecil moved. When we changed it. Who changed it? What time I changed it. So if there's a problem down the road, I can go into the computer and look on the audit trail and determine exactly who made the change, why they made it, and if there's a problem, I can go and talk to them about it.
In this video, you witnessed testimonials about how to manage a complete member's profile, the user-friendliness of this software, members' automated sign-in, among many other benefits.
I'd like to thank you for taking the time to listen to our CD video. For further information about QTrades or QED software solutions, please refer to the CD cover for our contact information. Best regards, and hope to talk to you soon.
Take a moment and give us a call. We'd love to hear from you.